vlogs. If you can't tell where I'm at right now. I'm currently in Seattle, Washington, where I'm leaving right now is Cary Park, which is up on top of Queen Anne. This is my first one of these. There's a good chance I'm going to be rambling a lot. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm going to roll with it and give it a shot. It's a little hazy out today. You can see the sun looks really hazy. I don't even need my visor down. There's some fires happening up north in Vancouver right now. Smoke is coming down to Seattle, so it's making it really hazy. So yeah, it's my first one of these. I'm kind of excited. I think ever since I saw my first MotoVlogger video, which I think was one of Yummy R6's very old videos when I was first looking into buying a motorcycle, and I was like, well, that looks like fun. It also looks like a giant pain to set up all the camera gear and everything. So I've had my bike since October, but I haven't really gotten into the motovlogging thing until rather recently. I've had a GoPro for a while, but to be honest, I've just been lazy. Up until recently, I figured, you know, what the hell, let's do it. So here I am, trying my first one. As I was saying, Yummy R6 kind of inspired me to kind of do this, and then I saw, I think it was like, if you like, you might also like, from YouTube, and saw, I don't know whose video it was, maybe it was, I think it might have been Baker X Derek. I saw one of his videos and I was like, man, there are a lot of people doing this. And then I found 6'4" Honda, Chase on Two Wheels, Riding with Tom, Major Nickelodeon. I had a good time watching these guys' videos, and I noticed there wasn't a lot of people representing up in the Pacific Northwest. I know Downshift 83 used to be up here, I believe in Tacoma, which is south of Seattle a bit, before he moved. So, I didn't really have a topic today except what's getting me started doing this and what got me started on my motorcycle. What started me on my motorcycle is I actually used to ride. Back when I was 16, 17, I used to ride my friends' motorcycles whenever they'd lend them to me. I had my endorsement, but never owned my own bike. Time went by, I've moved around the country a lot. I'm originally from the East Coast, now living in Seattle. I'm always terrified of this hill. I feel like someone's gonna fly down and rear end me. So I'm from the East Coast, moved out here for work. This intersection always freaks me out a little bit. I think I can go on this bus. I think they just park here. I loved motorcycling back when I was on the East Coast. Moving around a lot. I didn't really have a ton of money, so I didn't have disposable income for a motorcycle. So I just never really got one, and none of my friends in the other areas of the country I lived in had one either. But after watching these motovloggers, I was like, man, I really want to get a bike now. I wasn't sure what to get. You know, I was pretty sure I was going to go ahead and just get the ZX6R, maybe a used one or something. And I watched a lot of videos about what to buy and what not to buy, whether or not you should start on like a 250 or a 300. So yeah, I wasn't sure what to start with, and everyone's like, oh, you buy a 250, a 300 class, you're gonna get bored with it. I was like, nah, I've seen people go over 100 on these, they're plenty fast, and I haven't really gotten bored with it. You know, I've only had it since October of 14, now in July. I definitely wish it was a little faster. I would say the most annoying thing is not the lack of power, it's the lack of torque. You really have to go through the gears to get power on this bike. I think it has 11 pound-feet of torque. which is not a lot. Which means you really have to stay in a low gear if you want access to power. Which, if you want to do that, means the bike is going to be screaming all the time, which is really annoying. Because I have the slip-on exhaust from M4, which you might be able to hear. Mostly because this thing is just way too quiet. Stock. Weather's nice around here, a lot of bikers are getting out. October comes around, and I was like, you know what? No time's better than the present, so I went ahead and shopped around a little bit, and I saw they were selling the 15s, but they had a 14 special edition, which honestly I don't think it does anything except add the decal on the side of the bike, which doesn't even look that good. Special edition ABS, and I wanted ABS living in the Pacific Northwest in the rain and everything, if I'm going to be riding it in anything other than summer. If I'm going to be riding any weather conditions other than summer, I'm going to need ABS. Well, not need, but nice to have. And sooner or later, I imagine most bikes are going to come standard with it, so I figured what the hell. They were selling the 15s. They had this 14 available for a steal. I mean, I walked out the door with less than $5 grand into this bike, which is not bad. I mean, brand new. I'm averaging around, I think, 53 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good. Man, that's one. Yeah, I told you about those shifts on this bike. I just tried to shift into 7th gear. Because I'm doing, what, 45, and this thing's coming along at 6,000. Got the bike, had them deliver it to me. Before I actually got my endorsement, which was funny. I think I got my endorsement, so I bought it at the end of October, and I got my endorsement, I think, near the middle of November. It was around Thanksgiving, I remember that is when I finished it up. So I had the bike for a little while on a learner's, which in the state of Washington allows you to basically ride around, just not with a passenger and not at night. I'm pretty sure you can even ride on the highway. So I was able to ride around on my learners, which was fine. Didn't put too many miles on it. I think I'm a little over 2,000. Taking it through its first service, took it to the dealer, just in case I ever have to make a warranty claim. I can be like, oh, it's been serviced by the dealer, blah, blah, blah. And I did it in the normal service interval. It might have been 50 miles over, I think. It was supposed to be 600, and I was like 650 or something of the sort. They said it was fine. No foot, no foot, no foot, no foot, come on! Damn. Riding around Seattle, trying to get comfortable with the bike. I remember my first time out after not riding for so long. I was so nervous taking my brand new bike out. I was terrified of every turn. Now I'm a lot more comfortable. It's back to the way it used to be for the most part. I don't like riding on the highway on this bike though. Not because it can't keep up. It can do fine on the highway. Most of the time I'm passing people. You have to work the gears a lot. And it just screams. Like, I'm in 6th gear right now doing 45, and I feel like the bike is just yelling at everyone. What is this thing? That thing is cool. I feel like I'm a lot more mobile. It's easier to get around the city. These lanes in Seattle are really small. Oop, a little too fast. Parking's also a lot easier. I hate riding over these things. Oh god. That'll make you pucker. I don't mean your mouth. Yeah, parking's a lot easier. It's also cheaper. In fact, at work I get free motorcycle parking. Also getting 53 miles to the gallon is pretty nice in the city. If I'm in the city, my car gets single digits. And I'll talk about my car at some point. My car is one of my, other than my bike, is one of my few toys that I have. I'll do another video on that. Maybe I'll do an auto vlog. Is that what they're called? Auto vlog at some point. 300 miles to a tank. It's pretty nice. A few of my friends and I are actually looking into doing the Iron Butt Association 1,000 miles in 24 hours ride, which makes me kind of glad I have the 300 now, because it's a little bit more of an upright position as opposed to my friends. One has a R6 and the other an Aprilia RSV4. Alright guys, well I think I've rambled enough for one video, it being my first video. Got to show you a little bit of scenic Seattle. Stop by the store here and then head on home. Alright guys, peace.